this is SLOplays, and guys, we have some good news for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2's Future Saga Chapter 4 DLC. We will be getting some new reveal for this actual DLC. Likely going to be a trailer. I don't think it's too crazy to believe that, but I was kind of hesitant on saying that we would be actually getting like 100% information, just because they showed that they were going to have some Xenoverse 2, like, it was like a 1,000 artwork showcased or whatever, and that's all they confirmed. But now they have finally officially confirmed it on the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour Twitter. Okay, as you can see, these are all the titles. It says titles line up, and Xenoverse 2 is featured on there, okay? Every single one of these games that you see right here on the title lineup, and even, you know, the anime, the Dragon Ball Super Beerus, they're all going to be getting some type of new information or whatever. For the card game and Fusion World, I don't know what they would actually show. Maybe whatever upcoming, you know, line of cards they're going to have, or, you know, maybe some gameplay of it. Again, I wouldn't really, you know, focus too much on those, just in case, you know, because not too many people care about those games. If you do like it, awesome. But yeah, Xenoverse 2, Dokkan, Gekishin Squadron Legends, Fighters, Sparking Zero, and Age 1000 are featured, okay? Breakers is not on here, Kakarot's not on here, and, you know, any other Dragon Ball game, you know, other than what's featured here, unfortunately, probably won't have any information unless they put some kind of like last minute thing on there, or they're just, for whatever reason, not having it as an official title lineup, okay? Now, again, I want to remind you guys that this is all going to be featured, right, on Sunday. All right, it's going to be, I think, afternoon on Sunday. I have all the specific times and everything from the previous videos. You can look it up. You can do your time conversions. You don't want to really focus too much on Saturday. Now, something I am a little bit curious about is on Saturday, they maybe, there is a small chance that they do drop Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku's trailer, which will go over why I think that. But at the same time, I think they're going to feature everything on Sunday. That would make the most sense. If they do anything on Saturday, obviously I'll try to cover it. But, I mean, I don't think I'll be home that day, but we'll see. I'll make sure to, you know, be on top of it if I possibly can. So, you say 3 days to go. This was, you know, a few days ago. The place to see the latest news on the anime Dragon Ball Super Beerus, the video games, and more, check out the stage program, okay? So there's your confirmation. It is saying stage, all right? This is stuff on stage, right? Whatever's on stage will be live and live streamed, and we'll be able to see what they have to offer. Now, I actually do have an official statement from Bandai Namco as well here that says 2026 is the 10th anniversary of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and we are going to release information about the next DLC of the Future Saga pack at Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour this weekend, okay? So there's even further confirmation for those of you that still might not, you know, believe that we're getting anything. Again, I'm not saying that anybody is. I think most people, you know, wouldn't believe that we should be getting some type of new information. It's been like, how long? 6, maybe 7 months? Okay, don't even start with me with that bullshit, okay? So, yeah, it's been like half a fucking year since we've got any information, and this DLC should be dropping at least within the next few months, in my opinion, okay? Depending on what it's going to include, what it's going to be about. We don't really know, right? So, yeah, I would have to say that, I mean, in terms of, like, predictions, I don't really know. I really don't know. I could bring up about a million different things that they could possibly add in this. Like, oh, they're going to be adding Full Power Bojack, or they're going to be adding Super Android 13, maybe Goma. Like, there's still a lot of characters that they don't have in this game, but not the leak, but what they put on the other, you know, store pages for, like, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, etc., they said one new playable character, okay? Again, I would not look too deep into that. I would not take that very seriously. I think that could just be like a placeholder. Same thing with they're saying, like, oh, it's going to be releasing around summer, July to September, or at the end of September, okay? All that's just a placeholder, okay? Whenever we get the trailer, we're going to know what the characters are likely going to be, right? Or at least the first initial characters. So this first trailer that they drop will be the announcement trailer, right? You guys know how they do the promotion is they always drop 2 trailers, right? They have the announcement trailer that kind of teases everything, gives you a little bit of information so that we can speculate. And then we have the launch trailer a day or 2 right before they actually drop it. That gives us all the full information of what is going to be included in the DLC. That's, you know, including free updates, parallel quests specifically, how many, you know, quests are going to be in the story mode in terms of new episodes, exactly the amount of characters, what new skills we can unlock. They're going to showcase the gameplay of every single character that will be included. Now, last DLC, we only had 2 characters, right? It was Ultra Super Villain Frieza, Golden Frieza, and then full power, or sorry, not full power, Fury Broly that could transform into Super Saiyan, right? So even though that was not really a lot of characters, I think it was a solid DLC. The DLC before that had, what, 3 characters, right? If you want to include Diamond Goku, so that was Ultra Super Villain, full power Jiren, and then Belmod, right? And then the very first one had like 5 characters. It was Ultra Super Villain, God Vegeta, Rose Goku Black, Android 18 DBS, DBS Videl, and then Broly, right? We had another Broly, Z Broly that could transform, okay? So that was probably the best in terms of content, but, you know, they've been kind of just mixing and matching how they're going to be doing these DLCs, just like, you know, some of them are good, some of them, I say some, but I don't think any of them were really all that horrible. There have been worse DLCs, right? The Future Saga series has been doing actually pretty good because every single one of them has a decent amount of story content. And Chapter 3 added even more extra stuff with the dating sim bullshit, right? With Chilai and stuff. So that was really good. I don't know what they could do to really, you know, top it. If this is the final DLC that they're adding to this game, no confirmation yet. It's just to be expected. We know it's the final chapter in Future Saga, right? I think it would be so cool, and don't hold me to this, all right? But how insane would it be if they do add one playable character? It's fucking John 1000, right? If it is, and whatever they show in this trailer or this teaser, like, I'm very excited for it because I want to see, will this be connected to Age 1000, okay? Will Age 1000 actually be just straight up titled Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3? If that's the case, then Future Saga Chapter 4 has to be connected, right? And they have to show something that, you know, is connected to it. Whether or not, you know, they release it and then they have like a teaser at the very end that's very small, right? They could do that. But I don't know, man. Oh man, this Sunday is going to be ridiculous. This is going to be the most overwhelming day for Dragon Ball fans of all time. I don't think there's ever going to be an event this big, because even the Genki Damatsuri event, as big as that was and as exciting as it was, we only really had like 3 major things. Okay, sorry, 4, because Sparking Zero was there. Age 1000, and then the anime Beerus, as well as the anime return for Moro. That was huge, right? This is going to be even bigger because we have all the games, for the most part, showing something, right? And this Age 1000, it's not just going to be like a little teaser, right? They confirmed a game overview on this, okay? That doesn't confirm 100% that it's going to be gameplay, but there's something definitely more in-depth that we're going to get than just a little trailer that is kind of vague, right? It doesn't really give us... It was more of like a cinematic cutscene, right? That does not give us what exactly the gameplay is going to be like. You know what I mean? So, last thing I do want to go over, because this was literally just posted yesterday. I posted the trailer on this, which was pretty much, you know, the boys here. Rhyme, Dado, and Kuba, they did an interview sort of podcast with Zonda, who, you know, is doing all the stuff for Dragon Ball, you know, related content for Bandai Namco. She's awesome. Definitely go give her a follow and everything. I'll link her Twitter down below. And, you know, obviously, Bandai Namco and stuff, you guys can go check them out, because if you're not following them, you're not going to know about all this stuff unless you're, you know, following other people, right? So she actually confirmed in this trailer that they got to try out, or at least react to, gameplay for Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku, right? On Dragon Ball FighterZ, okay? So the likely scenario is that we're going to be getting the trailer either on Saturday or Sunday, right? I'm talking about the initial reveal trailer that shows off a little bit of gameplay. A trailer isn't everything, right? And then my assumption is following that trailer probably next week. Not a confirmation. This is just a prediction, speculation, right? We'll likely be getting whatever the gameplay that they showed here, okay? And then that will lead into probably the release for this as well. So we'll most likely be getting the release date of Diamond Super Saiyan 4 Goku in that trailer as well. Because spring is here, right? And they confirmed it already. It was going to be 2026 spring. So my crazy, I'd say headcanon, okay, maybe it's not that crazy, and do not get your hopes up on this, but what I think is, I think they also played more than just Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku. I feel like there could have been more that they did over here at this Bandai Namco little thing that they had. There might be a chance. It just depends on what gets shown, right? Maybe there's some Xenoverse 2 stuff that they have, okay? Maybe there's even some Project Age 1000 stuff that they have, right? I don't know. I wouldn't hold on to hope about that. It's likely that they just tried out Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku just because we're so close to the release of him. But I don't know anything if they did, you know, try out something on Future Saga Chapter 4, or if there was actual, like, a gameplay demo ready for Age 1000. That's just a little bit of speculation on my part. I think that would be awesome if, you know, the boys actually got a chance to do that and they could react to it and give their thoughts about it, because nothing against anyone else that would have showcased it or whatever, but if anybody was going to be showcasing gameplay on anything related to the Dragon Ball games, I would want it from one of these guys, right? Because they've been there from day one. They actually know the mechanics and play the games and everything. Not that, you know, anybody else, you know, sometimes they get some, like, you know, not random person, but they get somebody who's, like, maybe really big and popular, you know, but doesn't really play the Dragon Ball games. So it's like the gameplay isn't really all that great. So it's good to have it from somebody that actually does play the games and knows about the history of the games and everything, right? That's what you want to do. You want to get a creator or somebody who does content like from one of these guys. So that would be great. But either way, we know Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku is coming, and these guys are going to be reacting to it and stuff, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really excited about that as well. So yeah, guys, I'm beyond blown away by how crazy this event is going to be. It hasn't even fucking started yet. Y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions. What do you think this new reveal or trailer will be for Future Saga Chapter 4? What do you want to see in this? Again, we're not getting specific details on everything, but we'll get a good initial first look at what the story is likely going to offer and what characters will probably be included in this as well, okay? It's going to be an exciting time, the best time to be living as a Dragon Ball fan. Y'all be safe. Y'all take care. If you are attending Battle Hour, I hope you guys have an amazing time. This is one of those once-in-a-lifetime experiences where, you know, as a Dragon Ball fan, you can be there present with other fans, people who like the same shit as you, talk with them, you know, socialize, have a good time, just have fun.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.